Hi everybody, it's Marcy, and I'm still working on some ephemera pieces for my nature lap book. And today I'm working with some ephemera from Musings by Nikki. This one is from the Naturalist digital kit. And then this one, it's a separate kit, also by Musings by Nikki, but it's the Naturalist field satchel. So I'm going to start with this one. This one is going to be really simple. I've already cut everything out and inked it up. So you end up with 3 little index type file cards, and I've coffee dyed the back of them. So those are ready to go in the pocket. The only thing I'm going to do, eventually I will probably put a label right here, but I don't know what label yet, so I'm just going to leave that. The only thing I am going to do is on each side, I am going to add these little hinge deals. I just took a 1/2 inch piece of paper and folded it in half. And that's only to make it so that when the cards go in the pocket, they're not quite so tight. So I'm just going to add some glue to the back of this. And I'm going to put it right on the edge. Now you may notice I actually had to shrink the page down. I had to shrink my pieces down a little bit to be sure that they fit width-wise in my lap book. Okay, so there's that one. And I'll do the same thing over on this side. And then when it's done and goes into my book, what I will do is I will glue it on this edge and at the bottom. And like I said, these little hinges just give a little extra room. If I glued the edge of the box straight down, it would be a tighter fit for these cards to come in. And I don't want it so loose that they slide in and out, but I don't want them to have to be fought with to slide in and out either. So that is how that will look, and I love that. I love that piece of ephemera. So that's all I'm doing to that one for now. Like I said, at some point I will add a little label here, maybe something else on the box, but I will wait until it's in the book and I'm doing my final stuff on it. So very simple, but I love the look of that. So before I move on, I'm going to grab a paper clip just to keep the pieces together. And I will toss them in my little ephemera box. These are the slides from yesterday's video. And I'll toss that in my little box of ephemera for this lap book. Okay, the next thing I want to do, and I also love this one, is I want to make this field satchel. Now on this one, you print out this page, and the kit is actually 2 pages. So you print this page out, and then it comes with a page to print on the reverse side. So that will be the inside of the satchel, and that will be the back of the little cards. So I thought that was really kind of neat. So again, I've cut everything out and inked it up. And what I'm going to do here is, it's got the fold lines. So I'm going to fold my satchel that way, and this way. Score those down. And now I'm going to, on these little green tabs that hang down at the bottom, I'm actually going to bevel those just a little bit. If I can get the right angle. So I hope everyone's doing well today. I am. My husband and I made a decision last night, and I'll tell you about that in just a moment. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, this satchel, I'm sure you can't see it, but it has little stitch lines on it, but I actually am going to sew it. And I'm just going to keep it closed like this. I'll start my stitch here, run it up this way, across the top, and back down. So I'm going to sew that, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I sewed around my satchel, and now I'm ready to put my clasps on. But what I'm going to do is, there's a tiny little gap here where it shows the clasp buckling, the top clasp buckling into the bottom. And I'm actually going to cut that. Like so. And ink those raw edges. And now I've got to determine which is the, okay, that's the bottom. That's the top. Got to keep that straight in my head. And what I'm going to do is put a small line of glue around the edge of that. And line it up right at the bottom, and I'm going to pull that out. And that will help keep my satchel closed. So while I'm doing the same thing on the other side, I'll tell you about what my husband and I decided. In about 3 weeks, we are going to go spend a few days at a lake cabin. And I'm really, really excited. I mean, this'll, you know, we've not taken any trips or anything other than the one about an hour and a half away to go see my daughter. And the lake cabin is close enough. My husband isn't allowed to travel right now due to his work. And the lake cabin is close enough that it won't count as travel, but it'll still be something different. So I'm going to try to get a few days ahead on my videos between now and then so that I don't miss anything. But I also don't want to be recording while we're taking what will most likely be our only getaway kind of vacation this year. So I'm really, really excited. And I don't know what we'll do. Doesn't really matter. My husband's talking about doing some fishing, of course, and while he's fishing, I'll probably be crafting. But I'm already thinking about, okay, what can I take craft-wise so that I don't have to take too much stuff. But, okay, now for the top one, I'm going to line it up with the bottom edge of this flap so that when it's closed, the buckle still meets. I got that a little bit wet somehow. So this one I'll be putting glue on entirely, covering it. And yeah, that's good. Okay, so that one's good. Do the same thing on this one. Before I get it too pushed down, again, I want to be sure that it lines up well. All right. So there we have it. This cute little satchel. Okay, I'm going to have to put some sort of something over that later. But, so we've got this cute little field satchel that again, I love this piece of ephemera that will close like that. And then I went ahead and cut out the cards and inked them up. And that's what the back of them looks like with the reverse side. So great little journaling cards. And they can go right inside the satchel. And there we have it. Now I have a little field satchel to go in my journal. And I just love it. I think that is so neat. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, that's it for this video, guys. Please take care of yourselves, stay healthy, and happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.